Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the global Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
A while back, I reported on a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit that Black federal workers have filed against the Canadian Human Rights Commission and the Government of Canada for over 50 years of anti-Black racism and discrimination in the public sector. So during a House of Commons address between Jagmeet Sing, which is the NDP leader here in Canada, and Prime Minister Blackface, and for those of you who want to understand who I'm talking about Justin Trudeau, and the reason why I call him Prime Minister Blackface is because he has been on record in blackface more than once. He likes to say it was because he was young and foolish and all those other things, but we don't buy it because his daddy, Pierre Trudeau, was once the Prime Minister of Canada, and he knew better. But he likes to say he didn't. Anyway, I digress. Just wanted to explain why I call this man Prime Minister Blackface. So on with the story. During this House of Commons debate, Jagmeet Sing asked Justin Trudeau whether he will stop fighting Black workers and settle this lawsuit. And the reason why he's asking is because so far, the Liberal Party, run by Trudeau, has spent over $10 million fighting back. So take a look at this and then we'll discuss it further.
Anti-Black discrimination is widespread in the public service. In fact, the Treasury Board Secretariat found that the Canadian Human Rights Commission discriminated against Black employees. Now, instead of supporting these workers, right now the Liberal government is fighting these workers in court. So will the Prime Minister stop fighting Black employees in court and settle the Thompson class action lawsuit?
Hear, hear. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, in extending the UN decade of support for people of African descent, this government has done more to recognize systemic bias, systemic discrimination, unconscious bias, and anti-Black racism than any other. But there is always more to do, Mr. Speaker, which is why we have stepped up with the Black entrepreneurship strategy that is responding to the needs by Black communities to access more capital, to create the prosperity that they so need to be able to create for their communities, why we're continuing to invest in anti-Black racism initiatives, continuing to stand with the Black community. There's always more to do, and we will do it, Mr. Speaker.
So I'm going to say the Liberals here in Canada are the exact same as the Democrats in the United States. Same playbook. As you can hear, Trudeau didn't answer the question. It's a lot of meandering. It's a wonderful tossed Caesar salad of words and lies, talking about all of the initiatives and all of the things that they have done, all the work they've done for the Black community and people of African descent. And as he referred to their community, which is the Black community. And I'd like to know where all of that, where is all that work? Because we as a Black community haven't seen this work. What we are seeing is him showing exactly how much he doesn't care about the Black community by fighting back, by spending over $10 million fighting back instead of conceding, just like the Human Rights Commission admits to over 50 years of discrimination and anti-Black racism. He's not conceding to it. Instead, they're fighting us back. This is not an example of recognizing anti-Black racism. This is not an example of all of these initiatives that they've put in place for the Black people and the community. What would be best if you want to really represent and recognize, as he says, what we as Black people have gone through? The first thing would be to settle this class action lawsuit. That would be the first step in acknowledging, recognizing the anti-Black racism that exists here in Canada, and more specifically with these workers. Wouldn't that be the right thing to do, family? Wouldn't that be what one would do to back up all of that tossed salad of words that he put out there? So really and truly, he should just come out and just say, the short answer is no, we're not going to stop fighting. We're going to continue to spend millions and millions of dollars to fight Black people back. That's what he needs to do. And stop with all of this meandering. It's nonsense. It's lies, which is, again, typical of the Liberal Party, which is exactly like the Democratic Party in the United States. Words, 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 no action. Yet they are so quick to protect other communities like the alphabet soup community, like the Jewish community. Oh, they are so protected here in Canada. Let me tell you something. If any of those two communities had launched a class action lawsuit for something of discrimination against them, oh, I guarantee you, the Liberal Party would not be spending $10 million and counting fighting them back. There would be a whole press conference. There would be so much going on, and it would have been settled. Trust me, it would have been settled. In any event, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Black federal workers are not going to stop. So if the Liberal Party wants to continue to fight, let's go. The battle will rage on, and you will end up spending millions upon millions upon millions that really could have just gone to the Black workers. So carry on, and we shall see how it goes. I will give Jagmeet Sing a shout out for being the only one so far that is actually coming out and standing up for Black people. I'll give him that. As far as policies go, we shall see. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. Also, download the African Diaspora News app. You can grab it at your Google or Apple store, and you definitely won't be disappointed. Download that app, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Black Experience with Emma Ansah. Until next time, please be safe, everyone.